This is why we can't have nice things. So it looks like Margot Robbie has decided that Harley Quinn has been too male-gazy, and that needs to be rectified now. For maximum hilarity, we're going to take a look at the Mary Sue's take on this. Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is one of the DCEU's most beloved characters, but her initial design in Suicide Squad was problematic. You're problematic, to say the least. It might be a Halloween costume staple. You mean you people haven't outlawed it yet? But it's not necessarily the most feminist of get-ups. There is no way in hell we would ever want to see feminists in that kind of getup. You became feminists because you don't measure up to real women. Now back to your bucket of cottage cheese. It looks like that will change though. Oh goody! Given the first looks revealed of her Birds of Prey costume. And we have the female creatives behind the scenes to thank for that. The one good thing about the first Suicide movie was this. Now it's been replaced by a bird costume. In a recent story with Vogue, Birds of Prey costume designer Erin Bennock said, "That's what happens when you have a female producer, director, writer. Can't have those dirty men leering at you. Their sexual desires are little more than a mental illness, I tells ya." Robbie agreed, adding, "Yeah, it's definitely less male-gazy." What the hell, Robbie? Your entire career has been built upon the male gaze. It's like a star player for a hockey team deciding he's no longer going to shoot the puck in the direction of the net because he's worried he might trigger it. Why did you give in to the feminists, Harley Quinn? Why? You're hot as hell. You don't need to be a feminist. Featuring a shirt that reads Daddy's Little Monster and tiny shorts over fishnets and heeled boots, that older costume felt like a male gaze trap. That's the point, you morons. This was not helped by camera angles lingering on Harley's rear and legs in the outfit. Yeah, us men just hated those scenes. Newsflash, if you thought Suicide Squad was a disaster, just imagine what it would be like without those scenes. Costume designer Kate Howley is credited with the work, but it was director David Ayer's decision to use Harley's look to objectify her. This is what happens when you live as a bitter blue-haired land whale. Because you are hideous, both inside and out, no man in his right mind would ever fathom the idea of objectifying you. You could only get the most pathetic of soy boys. Gal Gadot has attracted one or two male gazes in her time. Just do a Google image search, and I can't think of anybody that doesn't respect her. It didn't help that her main motives in the film were centered around her abusive boyfriend, the Joker. It's called a backstory, you idiots! Did the film glorify male-on-female violence? In case you missed it, the Joker is a villain. This brings us back to the age-old retort brought on by trolls. That word which is always used to describe your critics. You insult us because you can't logically argue against us with logic. How triggering. Which is, how can you shame a woman for what she's wearing if you're supposed to be a feminist? Because nobody wants to see you wearing it. While real women can actively choose what to wear, fictional women are often put in skimpy costumes for purposes of making them appealing to male audiences. It's called marketing. They can't actively choose their own costume because, surprise, they are not real. And examining the motivations of those who did make those choices is perfectly valid. Yes, again, it's called making a profit by appealing to male audiences. Wow, you're bitter. Harley's new outfits are gorgeous and attractive. She looks like a bird! And yet, it doesn't feel like Harley is posing for the camera or dressing up for a male character. Good lord, the costumes are still out there and vibrant, but she looks like she can actually kick ass in them without falling out of her shorts. Says people who constantly have rolls of fat falling out of their shorts. We didn't know enough about the film to say if her motives were better, but the subtitle, The Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, all but guarantees that her motives are a little less Joker-centric. Jesus! This is where having female creatives behind the scenes really helps. A female director and writer, with the help of a female producer, can navigate pitfalls there. Yeah, the pitfall of profit. Kathy Yan is clearly shooting Harley through the female gaze. You mean the bitter feminist gaze? She is not a sex object, but a fully realized character. And she wasn't that before? We'll get to see the Harley Quinn fans adore based on set leaks, but we don't have to deal with her just being a male fantasy. Oh, the bitterness is just seething from every pore here, isn't it? Instead, she'll probably trend more towards a female power fantasy. That's a great description of third and fourth wave feminism. Let me finish the way I started. This is why we can't have nice things. And that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is deleting subscribers, and follow me on Twitter. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching, and have a great day.